In this video, we are going to see how to load inbuilt data sets of Scikit-learn package. So specifically, we are going to load a diabetes data set from Scikit-learn.datasets, and we're going to examine the features and samples, and then we are going to determine if the given data set is of the data in the given data set is of type classification or regression. So first, what am I going to do is from Scikit-learn.datasets, I'm going to import um, load underscore diabetes, and I'm going to wrap this, and I'm going to assign it to a variable called dd diabetes data, and I'll say load underscore diabetes, and simply if I say dd dot, I can use a property called dd dot data, and this is all the feature information that I got. Let me save it to X. Okay, and let's run this, and there is something called as dd dot target, and let's run this, and this is the label data that you get. So let's assign it to Y. Okay, and let's see what is the type of X and type of Y. So both are numpy arrays. Now what I want to do is let's create a data frame with features and labels. Okay, now for that I can also see what are the feature names by using a property called feature underscore names, and these are all the feature names. Fine. Now I am going to create a data frame 1 df1 is equal to pd dot data frame, and I'm going to use capital X comma columns is equal to, I'm going to use this list. Okay, and I'm going to check the first 5 rows of this data frame. Okay, uh, okay, so here F should be capital data frame, and there you go, I got this df1. Now I'll say I want a df2 again, another data frame pd dot data frame with Y. Okay, and the column name is probably let me check the target name if it has any. dd dot generally it does not have, I guess, so let me put it as Y for now. Let's not worry about it right now, and let's say df dot head to check the first 5 rows of this data frame. Okay, okay, fine. So the column should be collection of something, it should be a list of something, so this is what it is. Now I have got df1 data frame 1 and df2. I want to concatenate side by side, so what I'll do is I'll use pd dot concat, and let me create a list here of frames. Frames is equal to list of df1 comma df2, and I'm going to pass frames with axis is equal to 1 because I want it side by side, and I would like to save this to variable called df, and I'm going to check the first 5 rows of this using df dot head. So there you go, you got this data. Okay, and these are all the features, and this Y is the label. So based on this data set, we can conclude that what is the conclusion? Since the label data is continuous data, and uh, the range seems to be from -infinity to +infinity, could be, it can be for regression data. So this is regression data set. So let's quickly recap what we have done. What we have done is first imported the said data set using from Scikit-learn dot datasets import load underscore derivatives. Then we assigned this to a variable and we have loaded it. Okay, we have applied load underscore derivatives and we assigned it to a variable, and using properties called dot data you get features data, and we have assigned it to capital X, and using dot target we have assigned the values of the label to Y, and the type of X and Y are numpy arrays, and we could also get feature names by using dot underscore features property. And now we have all the information to create a data frame of X with respective column names. That is what we created, and we created a data frame, second data frame with the label information. Now we concatenated these two data frames to make this final data frame which contains both features and labels side by side. And from the label data, the values of the label, we could conclude that the data set is of regression type.